All right, well, welcome to Pioneers Park, and we are running late today as the boys arrive. There was the start was scheduled for 9 a.m, 9:15, but hey, Tez, how are you? Terry Curlitz there, legendary physiotherapist. Chiropractor, sorry. Physiotherapist, that was an insult. There you go, I'll just check the audio. There we go. Yeah. So the boys are arriving. It's like there's a big crowd in here. We've got the Mates for You team here. Have brought some kids in with the special needs. And we've got Harry here all the way from NZ. We're going to talk to him a bit later. We've got Ethan from Zero Tackle and Zach Bailey there from Channel 9. But the boys are all just arriving now, and we've, like I said, there's quite a few fans in. There's Harry in his Superman jersey. And so the captain's run will start soon. There's Ewan Aitken. So apologies for saying it was at 9 o'clock for those that have been waiting, but the email did say camera's ready at 9 o'clock, and I usually go on a bit early and talk about what's going on. But in this case, there wasn't a whole lot doing. I got here early and there was nobody here. But now there is. There's plenty of fans in. Now have a look. I'll pan around and give you a look. The players are all walking in. I just saw Havili and there's a few there. We've got Steve McDermott standing in the shot there, but that's all right. Whoop. That's all right, Steve. They'll be out on the field soon, but there's Liam LeBlanc over there. Miles Minto, marvellous Miles Minto. Scored a try in the flag last week down there in Melbourne. So he's works for the club and also plays for him. But there's Blonky on the bench. And here comes the few of the boys walking across now the field. There's the glary morning here. We've got Lockie Hubner, and we've also got Joy Arrow. And so some of the boys parked behind us here at Pioneers Park. Some of them parked up behind and over here. So we've got a few more coming over here, walking across the field. The 3 stars here: Pete Mamazellos, Tallis Duncan, and you all know who that is, a little Queenslander. Someone was saying he might be taking Kalen Ponga's spot. I don't know about that. Might be a bit early to be dropping KP, but we've got JG in the house. He's coming over to say hello to someone there. And I've got the Channel 9, I think, cameraman next to me here. That's all right. There's Kepi out there, and he got his charge downgraded, and he's going to be free to play. So that was a good bit of good news we got. There's Pete. Maroubra Jr. saying hello to someone there. So yeah, like I said, apologies for the late start, but it was out of my hands. And there's some boys over the back here. I'll just show you. There's Campbell Graham signing some autographs. Big Stretch. He's been included. He's going to start. He's back. The big fella. He didn't train on Tuesday. He's just sort of stretching the legs, but good to have him back. Definitely do with him, because we've got the Bulldogs on Good Friday tomorrow out there at Accor Stadium at 4:05 p.m. and they reckon it's going to be a huge crowd, 70,000 plus out there. There's Junior. And Saliva Havili, Saliva. And this footage is brought to you by the Juniors group of clubs. And we are just a stone's throw away from the Juniors Malabar. You've also got the Juniors Maroubra and the Juniors Kingsford, 3 of the best clubs you'll ever visit. Membership is a must for all it offers. And you're watching this on our George's cameras. George's cameras? Well, that's what they're called, George's cameras, but you're watching this on our George's camera, our Canon camcorder, as we've got Ewan Aitken there on screen. And I went in the store yesterday and they looked after me. I've got a new lens for the Sony A74 And I'm going to take a few photos with that as I go along here this morning. You can see some of those, and there he is, Pistol Pete Mamazelos. He's been starting at hooker, playing 80 minutes. Now you can live chat on the stream, as regulars will know. The session hasn't started yet. A few of the boys are out there on the field. They've just had to come from the Heffron Centre, and there's Lewis Dodd, the Englishman. Welcome to all the St Helens fans watching this. There's your boy. And he's going to make his NRL debut. So that's the story of the day. And there's another bloke that you all know, like I saw before, Jai Gray. So there's Lewis. And he's named to come off the bench. So when he gets injected into the play, it'll be very interesting to see what happens. Cody Walker's named to come back at 7. He's not sighted yet. But yeah, we will see what happens there. I'll just leave you on that for a minute. So all the team's not here yet. There's a few of them out on the field. I'll just take you out there. Like I said, it was a bit of a gloomy morning here in Sydney, but it's turned out quite nice now. The sun's breaking through the clouds and it's quite warm. There's Davey Mawale out there. I didn't see him before. And yeah, so welcome to Bunnies TV. And like I said, we have got a big clash coming up. There's a double header out there at Accor though, the New South Wales Cup. They kick off at 1:45. And the Jersey Fleg's on at Belmore at 11 a.m. So I don't know why they're not all at the one venue, but must be a reason for that. Maybe the field or whatever. And the other big game is the Harold Matthews Cup clash. Rabbitohs v Steelers out there at Leichhardt Oval on Saturday afternoon, 3:45. It's sudden death semi. And I was out there at training yesterday with the boys at the Pathways training, and they're a good bunch of kids. Coach Kel O'Brien, he's got them firing, and that's going to be a big game. So please go and support the boys, our Harold Matts boys, out there at Leichhardt as they play in their semi-final. And the SG Ball boys have got the week off because they qualified for next week. So there's 4 teams in the ball have got to fight it out. But yeah, so here we are, and there's Campbell, the big fella. There's Sut coming in now. Here's Trell Mitt. Oop, just kick the camera. There he is. 5'8". And don't we want him to have a big one on Good Friday? We want him to torment the doggies. The doggies are undefeated. You all know they're leading the comp. But maybe they're due for a loss. I think they're going to go the season undefeated. And here's Wayne Bennett walking down. So I've just spotted him and he's walking down with a couple of the players. I'll just bring him into focus here. This is like I said, on the Canon camcorder, and there's Jack White, and with him, and the fans are sort of going over, getting some stuff signed. But you know, a few fans talking to Wayne. There he is. So it's all happening here at Pioneers Park. The reason we're at Pioneers Park at Maroubra, which a lot of people just call Pioneer Park, I used to do that when I was playing here as a junior, but Pioneers Park is being used because the Heffron Centre is under maintenance. And there's Zach Bailey from Channel 9, just reporting. Look, he's just wandering around. Sutto, our greatest Rabbitoh, he's there. He was doing some ball work with the boys on Tuesday, filling in, he's still got it. Put a jersey on him, he'd still get the job done. And Sut. Yeah, so, what was I saying? Anyway, here comes Wayne again, he's coming down again. And give him a clap. We've got a few spits of rain coming, and I'm not in the best position here for the rain. Morning, Wayne. There he is. There he is. Great man. You can see there's a bit of a crowd. Channel 9's coming back to put the camera on, and we spun around. So there we go. So yeah, it was a little bit surprising when they named the team on Tuesday that Cody's back, and also Campbell Graham. They've also obviously named Lewis Dodd on the bench, and you've got Josh Schuster on the extended bench. Josh was also named at 5'8" in New South Wales Cup, so I don't think Josh is going to come in at this stage. But there's Latrell and a fan come over. He's a little shake of the hand there. He wants a photo, and Latrell's just trying to warm up. Yeah, you give him a little signature. There you go. It wouldn't hurt him to do that. There you go. Nice of him to do that. And there's another one we all know, Jack Whiten. He walked in with Wayne. So yeah, we got the Bulldogs. They're undefeated, but we're 4-2. And I think the focus this week will have to be to play a little bit better than they did against the Cowboys. There's a little bit too much dropped the ball out there, too many errors. The hip drop decision didn't help us, I know. But the best way to win this game is going to be to complete high, which is, you know, what you want to do every time. Complete sets high and hold the ball, get a good kicking game. So I suppose Latrell will be kicking long again. But there's Cody out there. I just saw Zach point him out. And he's having a bit of a stretch. So all eyes will be on Cody's performance today. And you've got him on the screen now. Cody Walker, 35 years old, still going strong. Still one of our best. Can still score a try, set him up. And, you know, we missed him last week. There's no doubt about it. And he's running all right. There you go. Pencil him in to start with the 7 on. So Cody and Trell in the halves. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Not too shabby, as they say. Yeah, so pictures here, like I said, courtesy of the juniors, Kingsford. And you're watching this on our George's camera. You've got Steve Maven on the camera, former Rabbitoh, and the rain's falling now. And it's only light, but it's a sun shower. And there's Jace Clark, new manager of the team. Took over from Ello. Saw Ello out there the other day. He's busy doing his thing out there at the Heffron Centre. I think that's Tass I've got in the frame there. Pistol Pete. And Wayne Bennett's up for media after this. Going to be an interesting press conference, as it always is, with the great coach. Haven't really got that many questions to ask him, but yeah. So I don't know if you can see that rain on the camera, but I certainly can. Yeah. But we're not getting wet at the moment, which is good. The laptop's fine. It was good to see Aiken back. He was injured the start of the season and very experienced. A good man to have to slot straight in there in the centres. I thought he defended quite well. And he got a meat pie, I think, from memory, didn't he? Yeah, the first try scorer off Latrell. So let's hope we see a bit more of that from Ewan Aitken. Still got it. And there's Campbell Stretch Graham having a stretch. So you see it all here on Bunnies TV. Welcome to everyone, wherever you're watching. I haven't had a look at the live chat yet. But because obviously I'm here on my own today. We got my assistant Oscar is over in Europe, and Manny and Caroline have got university to go to. But we're all right. We're all right. We're going fine here. And so, yeah, they're just going to start doing some warm-up drills now. So this footage will continue until the ball work starts. This camera's off after that. But there's our Rabbitohs. And we can only hope that, like I said, they play a little bit better than they did against the Cowboys. And that rain is coming down a bit heavier now. But getting Cody in, I think I'm lucky because the rain's falling the other way, so it's not falling in towards where I am, because if it was, I'd have to move. But, but here comes the rain, and the sun's sort of going now behind the clouds. It's quite noisy here. You can probably hear all the youngsters here. But yeah, welcome wherever you're watching this, across Australia and around the globe, live and free on Bunnies TV. And yeah, the coaches are running for cover. I think Wayne's might be going to get a brolly or something. Still fit, Wayne. Still gets in the gym.
Go away, Ray.
Yeah, so here's the boys. Maybe only a few. Just some run-throughs, touches. So I don't think they'll be staying out here too long, so we won't be going for too long, but you've got the gist of what we're doing here. We're here in Southeastern Territory, Pioneers Park, in Malabar. Like I said, right near the juniors, Malabar. And I don't think there's any Josh Schuster out there, so I'm not sure he'll be a late inclusion. Don't quote me on that, but there he is. Dodd. The Dodd debut was imminent, and he spent some time working at dummy half on Tuesday, so I think he'll come off the bench, and I don't know whether he gives Mamazelis a rest or what happens there, how they get him involved, but I'm sure they will. But Cody and Campbell back is two huge ins for the team. We are still suffering from the loss of the captain, Cameron Murray. There's no Jamie Humphries. You know, we lost Ravalawa. The injuries have just kept mounting up, but it's next man up mentality. And people didn't give us a lot of chance with some of the wins we've had, and they managed to find a way, the boys. So yeah, I will just check the live chat because I like to check that the stream's going. I'll just lock the camera on there, and I'll check who's there. Oh yeah, there you go. So we've got Chikowi in there, Roosters fan, that's okay. There's a Roosters kid here with a jersey, it might be him. We've got Carlix, NT. He said, morning S757, is AJ injured again? Yes, well, Alex Johnson is injured. He's not playing, he's not named. We've got Cameron Brown. Any information on Lewis starting in halfback and Aiken going back to this back row rotation? No, I do not have any information on that. But I will be keeping a close eye on the captain's run ball work to see how they use him. Ned Kelly's there. G'day, mate. Thanks for your support. He said, g'day, Mavo. South Sydney till I die. Yes, indeed. Glory's there. He said, what's the deal with training at Malabar? Heffron needs another field or two. Well, yeah, well, they've got the Marcelin fields on the other side. They could have used them too, but maybe they just come here because this is a better quality field and it's enclosed. So, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. But yeah, they also did Redfern at the same time, so we can't go to Redfern because that's under maintenance too. Banksy's in there. Craig Banks, find out if the rumours of Cody and Dodd's halves are true, the latest rumours. I did hear the rumour, and look, I don't know what's going to happen there. Yes, they might bring Lewis in at half, Cody to 6, push Latrell out, but we'll find out tomorrow when they come out at 4 o'clock because, yeah, we can't show you the ball work anyway. I'll just follow there. I'm still looking at the live chat. Okay, saying in the media interview, okay. And then Carlick said, loving having Jason Clark back at the club. Yeah, it is good to have Jace there. And All Sports News said, how do the boys versus this week? Who do they verse this week? Well, it's the Bulldogs, mate. All right, so yeah, welcome to the live chat. There's not a whole lot is in there, but thanks for doing that. I'll have another look after we're told to put the cameras off. Yeah, so we've got Bunnies TV here, and we've got Channel 9. And I don't know if there's any other cameras, so...
They're just training.
But, yeah. We've got, like I said, we've got Ethan from Zero Tackle.
It runs at Tiger Town.
Yeah, well, the Tigers have got a big media session on this morning, so they're all there, Zach just told me, but... Anyway, yeah, well, the Lockie Galvin drama, the debacle. I thought it was a little bit petty to drop him, but I suppose someone just said, oh, you know, he'd be under a lot of pressure and they'd be heckling him and all that, but I don't know. Anyway, I was surprised they did that, but because he's still there, supposed to be there for another 18 months, but anyway, basically conceding their season by dropping that young fella, but anyway, that's for them to worry about, and we have got the Rabbitohs on screen here, and it's been a good start, but now we've got two huge clashes coming up. We've got the Bulldogs on Good Friday, and then the following week is the Storm on Anzac Day. So two massive clashes, and geez, it'd be nice to think we can win one or two of them. And we've got Stretch back in the centres, and when he's back, this team is better. You'll all agree to that. Look at him, he's fit, ready to go. A big fella, good defender, can score a try. He's moving pretty freely too. Just went behind the Rabbitohs media there. Got Matt on the camera there, Shannon. But yeah, stretchy. I saw his brother Fraser out there at Harold Mats training. He's doing a great job with the Harold Mats. Semi-finals, sudden death semi, they won against the Seagulls out there at Blacktown last week. And Campbell's been spending a bit of time with those Harold Mats boys, and that'll be a thrill for them, for a bloke with this sort of experience to be doing that. But yeah, he's a massive... That's it, we're done. Jez, thank you. Now where's my boy Harry? There he is. Okay. Hang on, I'll give you a mic.
Yo.
Do it under here if it's a bit drizzly, yeah. If it's dry, do you want to do it out in the open? Or? Yeah, maybe just on the... Yeah, it's better for you.
Okay. Harry's just going to move out the way for us. You want to just come around here? He's going to move that stand in a sec. Harry's there. Now,
All right,
this
ready?
is Harry from New Zealand. Tell us what you're doing here, mate.
Hey guys, so it's Harry. I'm from Christchurch, New Zealand, and I'm here to watch the Bulldogs versus Rabbitohs Good Friday tomorrow night.
So you've travelled all the way over from NZ to watch your Rabbits.
Yes, I have.
Yeah, and you've got a page on Insta called Rabbitohs
Yep.
too.
Rabbitohs 16.
Rabbitohs 16.
Yep.
And show us your poster there you've got.
I've got You're the Best Cody because he's my favourite player.
Yeah.
And I love him. So,
All right, well, hopefully you get him to sign that, eh?
yeah. Up the
nice.
Bunnies, lad.
Yeah. So how come a young fella from NZ supporting the Rabbitohs? What about the Warriors?
So, I went to a game when I was about 4, 2014, Roosters versus Rabbitohs, in the semi-final, was it?
Yeah.
I went to that game.
I was at that game too.
Oh, really? Went to that game, loved it, and ever since then I said I'm going to support the Rabbitohs, collecting tons of jerseys and just loving it.
So you're telling me you've got a bit of a collection. You've worn this. You've
Yep.
put the Superman on today.
First ever Superman that we wore, 2013.
Yeah. And you got another Superman. You said
Yep, I've
Pick?
got all Supermans actually.
you like them, eh?
Yeah, I love them.
And
They're
you
the
just
best.
got your Anzac jersey from the
Yep.
Heffron Centre.
Yep, that's awesome. I love the back with the circle with the navigation thing on it.
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
real
that's
cool.
a cool jersey too. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, mate, it's going to be a big day out there tomorrow.
It will
What are you
be.
expecting to see? What do you hope to see out there?
Score-wise,
Yeah.
I reckon 24-20 to the Rabbitohs.
Okay.
Yes, boys.
Yeah. Well, look, the Bulldogs are undefeated, but they're due for a loss. That's
They
all
are
that
definitely
means.
due for a loss. What if
Okay.
they won 5 in a row? They're
Yeah, 5 in a row,
absolutely
you know.
due for a loss.
But they're no well beaters. And I
Yeah.
think getting your boy Cody back,
Absolutely,
And
we
also
got this.
Campbell, they're two really big ins for the team.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got this
Could
week.
make a difference.
Yes.
Let's see.
And then next week against the Storm, Anzac round, that'll be a great game too.
You'll be wearing your new jersey for that.
I will be.
Yeah.
But I'll be at home for that one,
Yeah, you'll be cheering
Yeah.
from over across the ditch.
over in Christchurch, New Zealand.
Righto. And then just another one, Lewis Dodd. He's an interesting one. He's come in and
Yeah,
he's going to
really
get a run.
lovely guy actually. I talked to him just before.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see how he goes.
Will be very interesting to see how he goes.
All right, no worries, mate.
Yeah.
Now we've got. I'll just get. Thanks for joining me, mate.
Up the Bunnies, guys.
Now we've. Yeah, so we've got some kids here from Mates for You, and these all want to come in on the screen. So.
I'll hold it for you.
Hold it for me. So can we get the lady from Mates for You to tell us about what the story is? Come over and tell us. Just tell me. So I was just speaking to you earlier, and you were telling me what Mates for You does. Just give us another rundown.
Well, Mates for You takes out young people living with disabilities and makes them feel part of the community, makes them feel like they belong. So a lot of them are South supporters, so we brought them here to the training day. We've got a lot of young people that are really excited to see their idols.
Unreal. So there's a big group of you, and are you enjoying it, boys and girls?
This is Kai.
Hi,
You got your Superman jersey on. I just saw.
I'm here with Mates for You,
Yep.
and I'm just thankful to be here right now,
Oh, that's lovely.
meeting
mate.
my heroes in person.
Yeah, there you go. All right. Well, I'll let you go. I'll let you continue watching the game, and I'll end my live stream there. Go the Rabbitohs.
Yes. Go the Rabbitohs!
No worries.
Oi, oi, oi.
And I'll just catch up on the live chat. Thanks, mate. I'll just catch up on the live chat. So Michael Preedy's in there. He said we have more Roosters fans at our training than Roosters do there. So, yeah, so there was a young fella walking around and he's... it's live on YouTube now, Bunnies TV.
Okay.
So you can
we
watch the replay.
find it. Okay, beautiful.
And where is the kid in the Roosters jersey? I'll try and get him. He's I think I was talking to him before. I said you might be spying for Nick Politis, the young fella in the Roosters jersey. But no, he was just come down for a look. He thought it was funny anyway. So anyway, I'll leave it there. We've got to set up for the press conference. Wayne Bennett's up for media, and thanks again to everyone who is. All Sports News said, do we want Lockie Galvin in our team? Well, yeah, absolutely, if we can get him. But yeah, and Glenn Carpenter's in there. Hello, mate. He said, looking forward to this game. So I'll let you go. Thanks again for joining the live stream. I've got some other stuff coming up today that I shot at Pathways Training, some of the mat stuff, and SG Ball and Jersey Flag, and plus have a look out for the Wayne Bennett interview coming up later. Thanks again. Go the Rabbits. Let's beat the Doggies, eh? Let's shock the rugby league world tomorrow out there at Accor Stadium. See you later.